Today is a great enough, amazing, incredible day, and I'll tell you why. Because it is a Finnish day, and not just a Finnish day, but a Finnish Christmas day. Varpunen, jouluaamuna. Merry Christmas. I tried. Without further ado, let's get into this reaction. Let's go. So by the way, this is a Christmas song if you didn't know. So I'm excited to really oh, subtitles and translation. Awesome. So it's actually got lyrics. This is whoever made this video, thank you very much, because I can now understand what they're saying. And it's my first Christmas song from Finland. So this is going to be awesome.
Järven aalto jäätynyt talvipakkasessa. Varpunen pienoinen syönyt kesäeinehen. Järven aalto jäätynyt talvipakkasessa.
This is so Christmassy and so cute. I'm loving this. This sounds like one of them songs, one of those songs that you would hear when you were a child, like they would play it in school. We have, I don't know if you guys have ever watched this, or if they ever translated this into Finnish, but we have a basically, it's almost like a musical, cartoon, animated, short story called The Snowman. We're walking in the air. I don't know if you've ever heard it. Sorry, I was terrible. But it's like a short film, and it's a Christmas film that is played in the UK. It's a British film, and it's animated, and they play it every single Christmas. Very big in schools. They play it in primary schools to young children. And this kind of reminds me, the way it sounds kind of reminds me of that. Don't know if you guys have ever watched The Snowman. Let me know in the comment section below. But this reminds me of that. I think it's from the I think The Snowman is from the 1960s or 1970s. Yeah.
Pienen pirtin portailla oli tyttö kulta. Tule varpuriemulla, ota siemen multa. Joulu on koditon, varpuseni onneton. Tule tänne riemulla, ota siemen multa.
Interesting. She's talking about a sparrow and saying, take a seed from me, like about giving, basically. This is what I get from this. That she's talking about giving, being kind during the Christmas period. And she refers to the sparrow as being homeless. Is that kind of like a metaphor for just a homeless person? And kind of being like, during the Christmas period, you should give? Because I really believe in that. If that's what she means, like, during Christmas, we should think about homeless people because it's so difficult this time of year. It's so cold, especially in Finland, but yeah, in England as well. Very cold time of year, and it's a time of year where if you have family and you have loved ones, you're very blessed to have them during Christmas and not to be alone at Christmas. I don't think anyone should be alone at Christmas time, and yeah, we just should. Yeah, help and support as many homeless people as possible during this Christmas period. Yeah, that's what I could be completely reading into that line about the sparrow and giving the sparrow a seed, the homeless sparrow a seed, but maybe that's what she's talking about. But let me know in the comment section if I'm on the right lines. Let me know in the comment section, but I'm not sure.
Tytön luo nyt riemuiten lensi varpukulta. Kiitollisena siemenen otan kyllä sulta. Palkitai Jumala, tahtoo kerran sinua. Kiitollisena siemenen otan kyllä sulta.
Sounds so. Her voice is so beautiful and soothing.
En mä ole lapseni, lintu tästä maasta. Olen pieni veljesi, tulin taivaasta. Siemenen pienoisen, jonka annoit köyhälle. Pieni sai sun veljesi enkeleitten maasta. Siemenen pienoisen, jonka annoit köyhälle. Pieni sai sun veljesi enkeleitten maasta.
Oh my god, I got goosebumps. So, I don't know if I read that correctly, but her brother is not alive anymore, passed away, and the sparrow was the brother, or the sparrow was the brother, and because of her kindness, the heaven or God or whoever allowed the brother to come back to earth to visit his sister. I don't know, whatever it was, I got goosebumps. It sounded so beautiful and just spoke about kindness and a good deed of giving to the homeless, and you will be blessed if you do so. I don't think you should give to receive, but I think there's something really wonderful about helping others. Do you know what I mean? I think when you help others, you automatically receive abundance in your life, whether that's in the form of happiness or the form of like making someone else happy. I'll tell you this story once. I don't know, I'm just in one of those moods, but I remember when I was 16, I think I was 16, 15, 16. No, yeah. No, I was more like 18 or something like that. And I was at, I went to my cousin's wedding in London. And I booked a hotel room in London. I was a student, didn't have much money. I went down on my own and I arrived like late at night, maybe like 10 p.m. or something like that. And I arrived at the hotel and the man on the desk said, have you got your passport? And I was like, oh my God. I was looking for it everywhere. I couldn't find my passport. I'd left my passport at home, like 200 miles away. And it was 10 o'clock at night. I couldn't retrieve my passport. I didn't have a photo of it either. No, I did have a photo of it, sorry. And I showed it to him and said, no, I need your physical passport. Otherwise, I can't redeem the room. Even though I had the booking confirmation on my phone, everything, this man was not, he wasn't a very nice man. And he was just not taking, he just said no. And I was like, if I can't get into my room, I'm gonna have to sleep on the streets. And he was like, it's not my problem. And me and this guy went back and forth, and we were going back and forth. I was so upset. I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna have to sleep on the streets. I'm here with my little mini suitcase and like my rucksack, and I'm like, it's cold, it's like winter, like what am I gonna do? And there was this man, and I'll never forget this man. I will never forget this man. And there was this man, and he said, just older, not older, like maybe in his 40s or 50s. And he went to the front of the desk and he was like, listen, I'll pay for this young man's hotel room. I'll pay for another, I've already paid for a hotel room. Just the guy won't let me stay in the room because I didn't have my passport. And he said, I will purchase another hotel room for this man under my name, and I will use my passport and he can stay in there. And he spent, I don't know, like £100 or something like that on another hotel room for me. And I was so taken aback by his kindness. And I was like, I don't know how to repay you. And we got into the elevator together, and I turned to him. I said, I have no clue how to repay you. Like it was just so kind. I just didn't know what to say. And he just turned to me and he said, don't worry, I have a son about your age. And he said, just remember this moment. Just remember this. And make sure when you're able to pay this gesture forward, make sure you do that. When you have the ability to help someone else, make sure you do that. And I've always taken that with me. And it made me understand, especially as an adult now, that an act of kindness, it's infectious. It moves on. It's like energy. His act of kindness has stayed with me for over a decade. And I know when I get the chance to help someone else to that level, or anytime, I will always pay that forward. And that is me paying forward the kindness that I received. Does that make sense? So I'm sorry if that story was just such a long-winded story, but I will never forget that man. And I will never forget his kindness, and I will never forget that gesture. And because of that, I will always pay that gesture forward. I'll always help others. I'll always do my best to make someone else happy so that they always remember that moment and that they will pay that moment forward. Yeah. Anyways, I'm not very good at telling stories, but yeah, it always stays with me, and I just feel like this is kind of a similar thing. It's about being kind, it's about giving to others, and especially around Christmas time, because a little gesture can go a long way. Anyways, guys, thank you very much for watching. Got a bit deep there. Until the next one, I will see you very soon.